In Eagle Court, an area of Namaste Alzheimer's Center reserved for residents who are in the final stages of Alzheimer's disease, I met Jane. She was a very frail little woman who had the worst contractures I'd ever seen. Looking at her tense, contracted face and hands was like looking at the very definition of pain. The toll the disease had taken on her body matched the toll taken on her mind. When I began working at Namaste, I was sent to Eagle Court to help feed the residents. Though I had been a certified nurse's assistant for 25 years, I had never worked with Alzheimer's patients before. I looked into their eyes, which seemed empty, and I realized what a devastating tragedy Alzheimer's disease is. I felt a paradox of emotions. On one hand, I feared the residents. On the other, I felt a fierce desire to protect them. One day during Holy Week, our chaplain announced that we would wash the feet of the Eagle Court residents. I was reluctant to volunteer. However, I swallowed my apprehension and agreed to participate. When it was Jane's turn, we approached her with love and looked at her gnarled, contracted feet. I was afraid the foot washing would hurt her. We carefully poured water over her feet and dabbed them with a towel. Then my co-worker poured oil on Jane's feet and gently began to rub them. As the oil washed over Jane's feet, amazement washed over me as I saw her body relax. She was still contracted, but the tension left her face and she seemed to experience ease. Through the tears welling up in my eyes, I saw a light smile on her face. It was beautiful to watch Jane and the other residents as they received this care and touch, and I felt the power of God in the room. We were on sacred ground with those who would never again behold this side of heaven. Jesus was working through us to care for those he came to save and those he loves so much. I am thankful for the privilege of being Jesus' hands and feet to those I serve every day. Debbie Freeman, Centura Health at Home, Englewood, Colorado.